Alright, Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Pleased to have you here. Thank you for joining. So today we are looking into what your future spouse might be like. What their jobs might be like, how they were before they met you, upbringing, possible jobs, friend situations, whatever the cards tell me, I'll let you know. That wanted to come here. Alright. So a thoughtful person, probably. The Lovers card. Woo. Passionate relationship. I feel like it's gonna be very, very fiery. Alright, very interesting. So, there is a lot going on here. Okay, so where shall we start? We have the Lovers, which leads me to believe that when you're first beginning this relationship, it might feel a little bit like they are playing with different balls in the air at the same time. Like, you're probably not gonna be the only one in their life when you first meet them. Not saying they're in a committed relationship necessarily, they could just be flirting with several different people. But they're obviously gonna end up choosing you because this is your future spouse. And but it is gonna be a relationship filled with a lot of passion. The person you are gonna be with are gonna be someone who is very open-minded in general. They don't mind being shown new things, trying new things, new foods, new music, going to different countries. Like, they're not really a habit creature as such. The Two of Wands is probably more from their past. They had this whole plan before they met you, like this whole idea about how their world was gonna look and how things were gonna turn out for them and where they were gonna go in life, what job they would have. Like, they had their whole future planned out in their little noggin. And then you came along and you fucked everything up, okay? So so they are gonna help, you're gonna need to help them get a little bit back on track. Because now suddenly their whole world is changing and they don't know what to do with themselves. So we also have Two of Pentacles, which lead me to believe that they're gonna be, like, even though they had this great plan for what they were gonna do with life, they still had this urge, like they wanted harmony in their life. They're like, well, that was a piece of the puzzle that was missing, and then here you show up. So we also have the Empress card, and the Empress card tells me that this is a very caring person. This is someone who cares highly for others. It's a family-oriented person. It's someone who I feel like especially their mother is gonna play a big role in their life. Now, this is not necessarily a bad thing, so don't come at me with the whole oh no evil, mother-in-law kind of stuff, because I don't feel like that's necessarily the case. We also have the Wheel, which makes me think that you guys are gonna be going through a tough time, but you're gonna be coming out stronger on the other side of this. So you are going to be going through a little bit of a turmoil at some point in your relationship, and it is, if you want sorry, the church bells, if you want this relationship to really, really flourish, it is not going to flourish properly until after you have crossed that barrier. So what is going to come after that is really the relationship we're looking for here. That intense, like, you had intense passion from the start, but this is like passion on a new level. and you're gonna be feeling like we have 2 aces here, which is starting up like new relationships, and this leads me to believe that you probably, for a lot of you, you probably don't know this person yet. Like, it's not someone who's currently in your life, I don't think. Because this is all, like, Ace of Cups is about new relationships, new friendships, new partnerships, meeting new people. With the Ace of Wands, I feel like you are gonna be planning your future together rather quickly. Like, this is one of those relationships that's gonna it's gonna ignite really fast within you. Especially, I know that a lot of Sagittarius, you feel really strongly, and this is gonna be no different with this person. It's gonna be a lot of intense emotions between you guys, but I also feel like that this relationship will require you to chase a little bit, because I feel like this person might not at first really see that you're actually in it for them, if you know what I mean. Like, it's gonna be one of those, you know, a little more oblivious people to one of those, wait, are you flirting with me? You know, that kind of person. So they're probably someone who is gonna need to be told, like, you almost need to grab them by the collar and be like, hey, I like you, you know? So it's gonna be very much that. And yeah, there's it. Goodness, all the sounds. Could you move on so we can do this? And yeah, but they are someone who likes planning out their life. They're not a very spontaneous kind of person. They like things to be planned, and then things work out as they planned. Now, you are gonna throw them a bit of a loop with this. There's gonna be a lot of things. Maybe you're a little bit more spontaneous than them, and that's gonna be probably a little bit hard for them to get along with the fact that you're not as planning of a person as they are. But it is good, because in that combination, both you make them a little bit more wild and they calm you down a little bit. So, and thus you will find, like, you know, equal grounds, or what do you say? So let's see. After the storm, right? And that's what I just talked about. You know, with the whole thing about you guys gonna be going through some turbulence, and then they'll be coming out stronger on the other side. Yeah, that's what this card also says. Right. So I feel like the storm you're gonna be going through could have something to do with not necessarily a third party, but outside influence of the relationship. Like, someone is... Like, it's very important that you guys do what you want in and with your relationship. It is gonna be vital that you don't let not family or friends determine how you're gonna live your life, or what kind of life choices you make in this relationship, in this marriage. Because if you do, that's like gonna start another World War III between you guys. We don't want that. So I feel like when you go through this whole turbulent episode in your relationship, communication is gonna be key. And it's not necessarily gonna be comfortable, because you're equally gonna be pissed off. But sitting each other down and talking about these things, and forcing you guys to be like, hey, so, you know, now we have taken a little break, you know, we have had like some thinking time, now let's sit down as adults and discuss what has been going on and how we fix it and move on from here. So I feel like that's going to be really important. I did have this inkling of a third party that's going to be coming into your relationship a little bit, so I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be in terms of unfaithfulness, but there is gonna be some interference. Like, there's gonna be someone who's like whispering in one of you guys' ear, trying to make you feel like this is not a good relationship for you, which I feel like it is. I feel like this is gonna be a really nice relationship for you. But it is also, I feel like, with Follow the Own Rhythm, at the same time, it's also important that you keep up with, you know, having friends and keeping up with your family. I know that some of you guys can tend to swallow this relationship up and kind of forget about, you know, everybody else for a little while, and that will be a little dangerous because I feel like this person might feel suffocated in that case. So be careful with that. But I think that's all I really wanted to say about this reading. I think this is going to be very passionate and a super interesting time in your life. So let me know what you thought about it in the comment sections below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out tremendously. And without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!